Hi, Mr. Hagen here, and welcome to Math with Mr. Hagen. If you watched my first video, I tackled long division, 3 or 4 digit by 1 digit divisor. But today we're going to do 2-digit divisor. So I've got a 3-digit divisor here by a 2-digit, or 3-digit dividend by a 2-digit divisor, and we're going to use what's called partial quotient division strategies using benchmark numbers. It sounds confusing, but it's really not. I'll go ahead and explain what I mean by that. But if you look at this in terms of traditional math, you want to be able to try to figure out how many times does 24 go into 74? Can 24 go into 7? No, but it can go into 74 and 745. So I used establishing place value. I know my answer is going to be 2 digits. But in traditional math, I'm trying to figure out how many 24s go into 74. So I might do some round and covering. I might try to skip count 24s. But at the end, that's a lot of work trying to count by 24s. So this is where partial quotient benchmarks comes in. I'm going to subtract in partial chunks using only 4 numbers: a 1, a 10, a 2, and a 20. And when we're subtracting, what I mean by a 1 is I'm going to do one chunk of my divisor. So 124 is only 24. 10 24s is 24 with a 0, or 240. 2 24s is 48. And 20 24s should be 480. So now I'm going to take my largest chunk and subtract it from my dividend, 745. 480 is a big chunk, so I'm going to start there. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 can't take away, borrow. 14 minus 8 is 6. And 6 minus 4 is 2. I'm left with 265. 240 is close. 240. And I'm left with 25. Oh, 24 fits really nicely. And I should have a remainder of 1. Now, you're going to think, I have 2 answers. Why did I subtract 3 times? Well, because I did it in chunks. Okay, so I did it in chunks only using a couple numbers. So my answer looks like I did a 20, a 10, and a 1. I started with 20. I started then with 10, and I ended with 1. If I put those back together, 20, 10, and 1, my answer is 31. And I had 1 left over. Let's go ahead and try one more. I'll do in the teens and see if this makes any more sense to you. Sometimes seeing something 2 or 3 times is a little clearer. And you can always play back this video numerous times to see if that helps you. Okay, so, I don't know, 238 divided by 14. So I'm going to do my 4 benchmark numbers. I'm going to pick a 1, a 10, a 2, and a 20. 1 means 1 divisor of 14. 10 means 1 with a 0, or 140. 2 is just doubling 14. 14 and 14. You should all stack that in your head. 28. And add a 0 to that, 280. Now this is nice right here, because I have 280 and I have only 238. So can I put 280 there? No, I can't go bigger than my dividend, but it does tell me something. My answer is smaller than 20. I could put 140 there, and that's kind of small, so I know my answer is bigger than 10, less than 20. For those of you doing multiple choice math on a standardized test, I just solved that problem pretty quickly by eliminating wrong answers. So I know my answer can't be 280 or 20, and I'm going to start with 140. Here's a trick. 1 away is going to be a 9. 13 minus 4 is 9. And now I'm going to have to do some subtraction. I'm going to take away 28, but maybe I could combine these two. Or I could do 2 28s. And I know 2 28s is 56. So maybe what I want to do is do 2 28s right away, 56. And now I have 42. I can do another 28. And I should be left with 14. Oh, I don't want a 14. I could do another one. And I should be left with 0. So I picked a 10, a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 1. I should have 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and I had no remainder. I hope that was helpful. I hope this kind of gives you a concept of what partial quotient division is with benchmark numbers. Bye.